Big, open green spaces, treed lots, and expanses of dedicated parkland around our island cities have been preserved and protected to be enjoyed by everyone for the usual recreational uses. Some people find them inviting enough to set up a temporary home. In most communities, like the city of Parksville, overnight camping wasn't allowed.
Last summer in our community park, we had a number of incidents. Early in the morning when staff would go to work, they were finding people sleeping in the community park. At that time, the bylaw specifically stated you're not allowed to sleep in the community park. So they were asked to leave.
But the BC Supreme Court recently ruled you can't prohibit people who are homeless from taking up overnight accommodation on public lands. The city of Parksville realized its Parks and Public Open Spaces bylaw was essentially illegal.
And we've basically taken a proactive stance in developing a new bylaw that meets those conditions. With the exception of our community park and Springwood Park, it's not suitable, so they've been exempted, but every other park in Parksville, folk can go and have a sleep from 7 at night till 9 in the morning. But they must be gone with all of their possessions by 9 o'clock.
The news public land is open for camping raised the alarm with one community organization that helped develop Foster Park in a quiet residential neighborhood. They petitioned council to prohibit tenting in the space they have worked hard over the decades to preserve.
Some folk in Parksville, some good folk that don't like the idea of having folk camping in any park. Some people feel threatened by it. Other people are concerned about garbage being left behind, and we'll have to deal with that as it comes about. These are all new challenges for us.
In an effort to appease residents' concerns, the new bylaw stipulates no one can erect a shelter within 40 meters of the Foster Park playground. But many feel the issue is not just about transients passing through the community, something the Oceanside Homelessness Task Force agrees with.
We have people that are residents, that are long-term residents, most of them living here for close to 5 or more years, that need help to access housing.
The most current point-in-count survey indicated there were at least 67 people in need of a place to call home in the Parksville area.
We're seeing more and more people that are locals that are having to camp in more public areas that are closer to town because of transportation issues, because of mobility issues.
The Oceanside Homelessness Task Force has helped 23 people put a roof over their head in the last year. This past month, they were given a $10,000 grant to help come up with a housing proposal to help the city's most vulnerable. The city of Parksville is getting involved.
The number one issue is lack of affordable rental housing. People that are on social assistance, for single individuals, they receive $375 a month to spend on housing, and the average one-bedroom place, if you're looking on the internet for those numbers, is between $700 and $900 a month.
We're going to be meeting with them the first week in May to look at that as a council and look and see what things are going to look like. And then we've committed ourselves to finding either a piece of land or buying them a piece of land to get going with the building.
Fear of the unknown plays a big factor in our lives all over the place. It shouldn't stop us from doing what's right to be able to help others. Once we start those conversations, and then you start to connect and see them as people. And I think that's one of the saddest things is when you hear them referred to as homeless as something less than people. And it takes away from who they are and what they're really looking for.